Okay. Let me check if we are live. Real quick. I didn't have anything set up going into this. That was a mistake. Okay. Well, I can hear myself. Hold up. Let me turn that up. Because I moved my mic from where it normally is, so I might be a little bit quieter than usual. So I'm going to try out various different things throughout this stream. Just letting you guys know that ahead of time. Yeah. I should have prepared more of this stuff before going live. Before hitting that go live button. Also, I have no idea right now if my keyboard will make it into my mic. So, yeah. Oh, fuck, my mic does pick up my keyboard. Okay, well. Yeah, tweet that out. Okay, so, yeah. This is the current list I am running. Kind of want to make some modifications. Later date, streaming software. Okay. So I want to try different stuff in this deck. In general, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Statue in this deck, but I'm really curious to try it out with Statue. I feel like, though, you just want to cry yourself to sleep if you miss. I should play meme minions? Like, what do you mean by meme minions? Oh, I could do a version with this. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I need to hit double Velen, right? That doesn't really work that well. If I only had to hit one Velen to OTK, I mean, I could try doing this. I don't own either of those cards, sadly, so I can't exactly do that. And I do not have... Okay, yeah, you can actually see my dust. I do not have enough dust at the moment to craft either of them. Yeah, I'm missing this guy, Noggin Fogger, and then Nozdormu. I don't have either, I don't think. I might actually have a Noz. I do actually have the Noz. Imagine having good cards. I mean, I have some terrible cards. Cards that don't see play anymore. Cards like this. Actually, that card's still pretty solid. Things like this. I actually don't have a lot of the meme cards. Just because I was always just like, I'm not going to craft them. Or those would always be the cards I'd default disenchant. This card people said was going to be broken. I thought this card was going to be awful. I do want to try Obsidian Statue, though. I don't know how good he is. I feel like he's kind of bad. What would I cut for Statue? What do I cut for Statue? My list feels so tight. Like, this. I feel like you want double Obsidian. I don't like this. Like, I don't like having the 1/1. Is a thing. I don't. Okay, so the reason I don't like doing that is because you run into this problem where right now I'll have exactly 4 minions for Spellstone. So I'm guaranteed to hit with a maxed out Spellstone, Scrapyard token, Blood, Vargoth. But I'm thinking, the reason I'm thinking of Obsidian Statue is okay. Because even if you miss on the Scrapyard, you're kind of fine. If you miss on Blood, you're a little mad, but it's whatever. You miss on Vargoth, that's like the worst case scenario. But at the same time, you'd have 5 minions, which I think is fine. So I think this is the right cut/play. Yeah, I wanna try this out. Yeah, okay. I want to try this out for now. If I find it's terrible, I can switch. That's the one advantage of playing Hearthstone, is that you can always switch cards out if you find you don't like them. By the way, does the mic sound good at all? Or is it, like, sounding weird? Because I have it moved from where it normally is. I can always put it back if it doesn't sound great. Yeah. Okay, well, that's an auto keep, this card. Sounds fine? Alright. Yes, this card's an auto keep. Obviously. I mean, it's the best card in deck, arguably. Oh, I mean, it's definitely up there with the other cards. Okay. Gives a lot of value. What do you mean by Zill? Zill to me is like zillion. But I mean, I'm always up to try new things. Oh, Zilliax, I presume is that is. I don't like Zilliax in the list. The card just feels so bad in every other matchup. Or if you hit it off the Shadow Essence, you just cry yourself to sleep. Yeah. I don't like Zilliax whatsoever. I'd rather run 2 copies of Obsidian Statue to increase the odds of that. That's not good for me. It's actually really fucking bad for me. I want to argue that this is one of the weakest matchups for this deck. I have to hope he doesn't play another secret here or next turn. If he plays a Mad Scientist here, I think the correct play is actually the coin palm readings, even though I hate that play. The advantage though with palm readings with this hand, it does mean that I have to hold Holy Smite though, which I don't like. I have to hold Holy Smite, so I'm able to go Holy Smite, coin, Shadow Essence if I actually hit Shadow Essence. I think that's the right play. That was super unlucky. Yeah, I mean, that is true, but I'm fine with risking it, personally. I get so cucked here by Counterspell if I just slam this. Beautiful. I like Penance here. Wow, double rigged fair games in the top. What is that? Top 9 cards of his deck, double rigged fair games. That seems a little unfair to me. KsA. Test with Smite. Coin Shadow Essence. Get very sad when I hit Vargoth recasting coin. Or Smite target itself. Blood? One time? Statue? One time? Okay, that's fine. I mean, right, we're against aggro here, and I feel like this board is still insanely good. Especially with holding Resurrect. And this board feels like insanely broken. Hit. He needs Cloud Prince here. My guess is this is explosive runes. And I do have a test here with Penance. He needs Cloud Prince to wipe. If he doesn't have Cloud Prince, he can't wipe, and he leaves me with a 7/7. Hey, how's it going? That's fine. 5/5 runs into the blood for sure. Or else it's kind of just a throw, in my opinion. Or else I'm doing that trade and I'm getting a free blood. Not into that. If he doesn't do this trade, I get a free blood here. Which, I mean, I'm fine with. I'll take free blood. I am going to be playing more heroic, for sure. Actually, I wanna finish it, so yeah. I want to save this to go with this, but I know one of those is explosive runes. I rolled. I did think about it, but so the thing with my list right now is I feel like it's like I don't know what I would cut. I don't think a lot of lists run Holy Smite, but I feel like Holy Smite is like super broken in the deck, especially right now against mages. But I could try one renew, like an even split of one renew, one smite. That could be good actually. Renew has the same effect. Well, it's a slightly weaker effect. I like Holy Smite because with the discount from Palm, it allows you to have a test for Shadow Essence, which I really, really like. I don't like not having that test. Just cut Spellstone. If I would cut any, I think I'd actually cut Mass Res. I think it's worse on average. I mean, on average, they're the same. But because you have a weaker downside than the 4 guaranteed res of Blood and Vargoth, I feel like it's slightly worse. You can get Spellstone off renew, that is true. But I feel like the RNG needed to hit Spellstone off renew versus Shadow Visions is insane. This card, if I could run 5 of this card, I would. I would find room to put 5 Shadow Visions in the deck. The card's absolutely bonkers. Same thing with Palm Readings. I'd run so many copies of Palm Readings. Well, I mean, yeah, but Spellstone is almost an auto pick, right? Spellstone feels so absolutely broken. Like, when you resolve a Spellstone for 4, and you have a full board out of nowhere against an aggro deck, they just instantly escape concede. It's super hard for aggro to hit any, like, against Blood, if they can't kill it the turn you slam the Blood, they just lose the game almost. Yeah, that is true. Are they making a new Shadow Visions? That's pretty pog. Oh shit, all the cards are out? I did not even know that. Look, this is how good I am at this game. Fuck. Yeah, I'll go look at those real quick. I'll play a couple more games, and then yeah, we'll start a set review, and we'll continue it tomorrow. Dessert Elo, yeah, for sure. What is this set called? Barons something? Forge in the Barons? Yeah. Okay, I can't tell if I think keeping both of those is correct. I don't like it, but I think doing that is correct. Top ratings? That is so unlucky. Okay. There's a lot of cards in this set, Jesus Christ. Okay, it's odd. Wait, what was that? I saw something odd. Dragon Hearts cost spells, summon a random minion. Okay. I misread cost as odd. What is this? I look away for 2 seconds and this is the board he has? Oh shit, that's actually such a big nerf. That's actually so good for the game, in my opinion. Yeah. Doing this cuts off 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage? That's like really good for me. Removing 7 damage. So fucking good. He has Slime Pick next turn though, which is bad for me. But see, Hero Powers here, most likely summons another 1/1. Or another pirate. It looks like he's running a very pirate heavy list with Swashbuckler. When were all these like changes announced? Like I didn't hear anything about nerfs. Content updates. Fortune the Baron, Corset, Dark Moon Races. I'll finish looking at that in a bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely all for. Oh, banned from duels. Okay. Oh, these are only duels changes. I don't actually care about that. What the fuck is going on? I knew that was coming. I think I just commit to killing this right now. I don't want to leave that up. Okay. The Nitro Boost is the only card being nerfed? Okay. I think that's absolutely, like, personally, Odd Rogue to me feels like Hedge Clan Thug just feels like such a powerful minion. It escapes so many early game removals, because they normally do 3, right? Think of cards like Lightning Bolt, Smite, Penance. They'll deal 3. So the fact that Hedge Clan Thug is 4 health is like absolutely insane in my opinion. This is really bad because I'm not holding anything to deal with this. Best draw here. Not that. That's for damn sure. That was absolutely the worst draw in my deck. Absolutely. Fuck me. 6, 10, 11. He's 5 damage off lethal. Do you also have the second boost? 14 cards of his deck. Double Nitro Boost, double Tour Guide. Yeah, seems fair and balanced. Nitro Boost at 2 is actually such a big nerf. To be there, it wouldn't have changed anything. He had drawn them both super early on. But that is so much of a bigger nerf. Not only can you just not play it super early, but the con of now you have to play a 3-drop to activate it. You also can't play it in Odd Rogue. I mean, that is an option. I think that Secret Passage is more of a problem person than Cutting Class. Secret Passage is absurdly powerful. It's still a problem for decks like Kingsbane. I don't think Nitro's even dead in Kingsbane now. I personally don't think so. The card is still insanely powerful, right? You can still slam it off a yeah. Nitro boost, the fucking rogue has 1 mana, draw 4, and all I want is an 8 mana 5/5 that casts a spell from my deck, or that casts a copy of a spell from my deck. That's all I want in life. Drawing Shadow Essence here is actually such a good draw. If I top deck Shadow Essence, it's insane. I mean, Tinker's corrupts it. The Cutting Class still corrupts it if you don't have Kingsbane out. Plenty of cards still corrupt it, which is why I think it's still super playable. I wish Druid's removal was just better. Honestly, 1 or 2 mana deal 3 is not good enough, even though you have the option to draw a card off of it. Just straight up not good enough at the moment. Sucks to say, but whatever. Not explosive runes? Not counterspell. Of course it's explosive runes. Will I replace... I have yet to look at all the cards in the new set, so... I mean, possibly. Here's just this. This has 1 low roll of this hitting this. Actually... So 50% of the time at this attack first it low rolls, 50% of the time at this attack first it low rolls. Okay, I just high rolled. Druid actually has the best board clear in the game against this deck. Funny enough. In the form of 66% chance. I hit the 66. Against decks like against Big Priest, Poison Seeds is the best board clear in the game. The thing I would be scared if they did have like an insanely good board clear is that all of a sudden Druid becomes the best deck in the game. Yeah, 2 on 6. That is correct. I got fairly lucky this game in my opinion. This is fine. I'll just take 2 more free minions. I was debating going just Eternal Servitude to get back Vargoth to test for counter, but I don't think it's worth it. I need to start healing up because I'm still theoretically in the range of Fireball, Cloud Prince, Cloud. I can't even speak. What the fuck? But yeah. There's some crazy fun Druid cards. That's something I'm looking forward to. I like good meme cards. Meme cards that I don't feel bad about crafting are my favorite things on the planet. This seems like an okay board against Priest or Mage. For the 1 card, goddamn. So, one of the cards, one of those secrets is an explosive runes, based off that play. No, I had lethal. Well. He died to my bloods. Dex popping off. Yeah, off that attack, you knew he had a Flame Ward. Just had to properly heal there to make sure that I still had lethal. And to properly attack. This right here should not be a tooltip. It should be an option in the menu, in my opinion. I would actually love, like, one of the things... There's two things I want to see in this game before the end of the year. And I don't think I'm going to see either of them ever. First one being, I want them to fix Zephyrus. Don't think that's ever going to happen. I want Zephyrus to actually be much better and have a smaller pool of cards that are not only for the classic set. And I want to see a button that just lets you auto-squelch your opponent. That's actually one of the things I want the most in this game. I would just want to be able to go here, here, and then underneath these or next to these, there'd just be an option that says Squelch. Is that too much to ask for? Blood is really fucking good. This card's actually bonkers. Yeah, I know, but I'm allowed to dream, I think. If I mute my game sounds, then you guys can't hear it, sadly. Also, I like this music, and I like the sound like the cards makes, and I like the attacking shit. That's really bad for me. That's really bad for me. Next turn is just gonna be Mass Hysteria. I wanted to try to commit something else so I get a better Mass Hysteria. That's terrifying. My dome hurts. You probably took this as an assumption that I don't have mass. I mean, I'm fine with. Oh, I need to survive 2 more turns. Or 1 more turn. That was a low roll. Mass Hysteria could have full cleared there. I would have had to be really lucky. But Mass Hysteria could definitely full clear there. If the 1-1 hit... It was a 1-1 that hit a 5-6, and the 2-2 hit a different 5-6, and both of those 5-6 hit each other. Basically was the outcome. Yeah. I should have massed, I think, last turn. I would have coined massed. Yeah, because then one of the 5-5s would have been a 5-1. If you would have copied them, I would have got away with just Spirit Lash. It would have been slightly better. Oops. That was a mistake on my part. Do I keep Vargoth? I think Vargoth is a keep, like, all the time. I think the card is genuinely really good. No, I was still dead even if I had Lash last turn. I only gained 3. I was at 9 and I took 15, or I took 13 that turn. I like keeping Vargoth. It's a little greedy, but Vargoth I feel is just like one of those cards you keep. I like keeping Vargoth as the only minion because if you hit a palm readings, it's so good. Or if, like, this is one of those minions they don't want to kill on 4. Because if you res it, you have 2. All of a sudden they have to kill both of them. Or if you Shadow Essence the turn after, they just lose the game. So I feel like keeping Vargoth is really good. Also, you never want to hit this minion, in my opinion, off a turn 6 Shadow Essence. Really? Sphere is actually insane in this deck. It prevents you from drawing your bloods and prevents you from drawing, like, right, in a control matchup, I don't want to necessarily see Smite or Penance or Breath of the Infinite. So it just allows me to filter my draws slightly better. If this is Holy Wrath Paladin, he has a free game. See, like, I'm gonna slam this on 4, but I'm not playing this on 3. Just because I feel like in general, it's slightly better to do that. Actually, Holy Wrath Paladin would be kind of a fun deck to play on the channel. No cap. I would play Holy Wrath Paladin, I think. 100%. Fuck. Now I really want to slam this palm readings. I think slamming palm readings here is correct. I know I said I wasn't going to do it. These are all terrible. This is the worst card to ever take, in my opinion. I'm going to take Wave. Could possibly slow him down later. It could be pure, it could be a whole bunch of things. Secret Paladin was actually the deck I hit a 500 wins on Pally on. It was a mixture of Secret Pally at first, and then it was N'Zoth Paladin when N'Zoth first got printed. The deck was kind of my shit. Oh, it might actually be Secret. I don't know if I want to do that quite, but that's fine. I don't mind them having health. I just don't want them to have attack. Secret Paladin's getting a lot of love? That's fucking sick. The Paladin God. I don't think I've ever been referred to as a god by anybody but myself. Anyfin Paladin is just no longer a deck after the next expansion, which like actually hurts my soul. It actually destroys my soul that Anyfin can't be played anymore. Viz Bluegill got changed to Rush. It's so depressing. So many cool memes are no longer possible. They should have just printed a different 2-1 or 3-1 Murloc for 1 or whatever the fuck he is. Just because, like, man. What did they not do that? Oh, wait, are the cards staying the same for Wild? Because there's some of those nerfs that I want them to undo for Wild purposes. So many nerfs. I want them to unnerf Soulfire. No cap. It's a terrible decision with the current decks that are floating around, but it's something I really want to see. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I think that's honestly the best way for them to go about doing it, in my opinion. Okay, this is not fun. My opponent's just AFK. This deck is only fun playing when your opponent's there to get mad at you for doing broken things. It's not fun when you're doing things like this. Okay. That's still pretty good. It means I might be able to play some Anyfin next expansion. I mean, I might play some Anyfin tomorrow. I don't know. Problem is I don't have the fucking legendary I need for the Paladin, the Paladin combo decks. I don't have the legendary, so like it makes things slightly harder. Are we 3-2? We're 4-3. We're 4-2 now. Okay. Yeah, I like the legendary that does the spell burst, cast a spell from your deck. Kind of feels bad. Hey, 51's away. That's pretty fucking dope. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we'll eventually have a Golden Priest portrait. Okay. I'm excited to see how everything's gonna actually end up turning out with all the new shit. Double mass Hysteria draw, that feels fucking papige. Who's the other card I drew? That's a awful hand. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it in a bit. Probably like maybe another 10-15 minutes of playing, and then I'll do a set review or a portion of a set review. Just because I want to get it out slightly closer to like. So last time when I did a set review, I uploaded it day the set came out, and I think that's terrible. Like, I want to just when the set comes out, I just want to sit down and play. So I think I want to get it out like a day or two ahead of time. So that's what I'm going to do. So if I do a set review now, I'll have it recorded, so I just have to upload it. You guys don't care about the technical side of things, no. No one cares about the technical side of things, in my opinion. Ooh, big draw. Big counterspell. Mage is getting another broken secret. That's fucked. Do I test with coin? I think I just run this out. I'll take the lifesteal. I feel like it's slightly better. Next turn I have coin to test for counterspell into Shadow Essence. Hopefully hitting blood. 33 for blood, 33 for Vargoth. I mean, Vargoth into blood is still fairly good. Worst case scenario here is I just hit Obsidian Statue. Best case scenario is obviously blood. Blood is like such a broken card in my opinion. Oh, one of my friends just opened a golden White Eyes. I miss White Eyes. I used to play the shit out of that card. Blood one time? Fucking low rolled, man. That's both counterspells, so just next turn I just get 2 Obsidian Statues. And I think we're chilling. I actually think the right play next turn is just double Obsidian Statue. Hit the 5/5 one time. That is the worst hit game. I'm gonna lose to this. Sample saw. Renew? Top deck one time? Renew? Top deck one time? I can't do that, sadly. Fucking whizbang. I also wish Shaman was more playable than it is. Hopefully it's not Fireball Middy's Valet. I'll be so fucking sad. If he has it, he has it. He takes his entire turn to slam it though. Because this health is going to be absolutely insane. Thank God. That's not good. That's actually really fucking bad for me. I hope he's going to be wild playable. That was so fucking unlucky. This is slightly better than the 2 health. I take 6, 11, 12, 13 here. Fuck, I'm so close to dead. Okay, well. I'm dead 100% next turn. Fuck me. Even if I slam this, I'm still dead, right? I got so unlucky with those hits, man. I should have put Breath, I guess, to the bottom. If I would have Breathed here, I would have won the game. But I'm dead next turn to double Fireball. That's so fucking unlucky here. The changing totem is absolutely fucking absurdly broken, by the way. It sucks for them dead to double Fireball. I think I die here every single time. KsA have not drawn... There has to be Fireball Cloud Prince in the bottom cards of his deck. If he does that ping, okay. I'm just dead here. Oh, he has the Medivh Valet. Yeah. So... This deck has way too much fucking card draw. The fact he had 8 cards... What was that? 9 cards in... No. 8 cards in his hand after having played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So after having played 15 cards, he had 8 cards in hand on turn 8 is absurd, in my opinion. There's no reason a deck like that should have that much card draw, in my opinion. It's the same problem fucking Rogue has right now. The deck just is too good at drawing cards. If this is Raza Priest, this matchup is actually horrible. I don't need this. I actually think the new totem is better than spell damage. I might be weird for thinking that, but I genuinely feel like that. The fact that his effect is too good. Yeah, both of those classes, in my opinion, are better at drawing cards than Warlock. Warlock's card draw at the moment feels super bad. Like, I feel like Warlock just does a whole lot of nothing at the moment. Warlock has to pay 3 mana and then take 3 damage in order to draw a card. Or to draw 3. Mages just have to play a secret on turn 1 that draws them 3 cards. All I want to point out is that if Priest one day got a card that was insane high roll. If Priest got a card that was just 1 mana or 3 mana draw 3 with no downside, even if it was like you have to kill a minion this turn, if Priest ever got a card, people would make the biggest commotion about it. They'd be non-stop bitching about the fact the card is broken. I actually might have wanted to take potion there. Whoops. Okay. Fuck, I was supposed to coin Shadow there. That's a huge misplay. Coin Shadow there was the 100% the right play. I was so far ahead if I did that. Oh, I fucked up. That's so bad. Now he gets to play the Shadow Essence for free, and I don't have something on board to contest it. I fucking threw. I threw this game. Whoops. I low-rolled. It doesn't even matter. I would have had to exactly blood here, but I low-rolled. Lost both 50-50s. See, this is the matchup where I hate having this card. This card just feels so weak in this matchup. It's not about them being way greedy or why they won. They won because I completely fucked up. So good for him. I don't think I beat him. I'm not playing... I lost again? I should have coined Holy Smite. I fucking lost again. Coin Holy Smite there was the only way I actually won. At least it saved me 6 health. This is so bad now. If this doesn't catch Shadow. I threw that game. I 100% threw that game, in my opinion. If I would have Shadow Essence on turn 5, like I was supposed to, I had the answer to the Katrina. He would have had 1 Katrina there, and I would have had a much better board. It wasn't unlucky rolls. I threw. That one I can't even complain about losing. Sometimes I make those dumb misplays that I see, like, as soon as they happen, and I'm just like, how the fuck? How the fuck did I have such a good win rate with this deck beforehand? Okay, hold up. Beforehand, I had a 29-2 run and a 26-19, or sorry, 29-22 run and a 26-19 run. How the fuck did I ever hit that doing plays like that? Alright, yeah, well, after this game, after our next win, we'll look at the new set. Oh shit, this is odd. This might be a long game. Or this will be a long game. The only advantage we have is that we actually hit this. Oh fuck, I want to be saving this to put Bloods at the bottom. Whoops. That was a big misplay. You take whatever cards you draw in this matchup, you just want to put Blood, and Scrapyard at the bottom of your deck. Most importantly, Bloods, and then Scrapyard. Just because those cards are so important to hit. Also, that deck has very limited removal. Especially if he's playing combo version. That's such a big misplay. I can slam this, but I think it's better just to heal. If he's hitting me with this, and he's punching me with this... or, sorry, he's running this, and he's hitting me with this, my guess is he's an aggro version of that deck. Which I think is absolutely wrong. You don't want to be playing an aggro version with that hero power. Because you want to replace it with Finlay, in my opinion. At least we have the Shadow Essence on 5, or on 6. Best case scenario is Vargoth into Blood or Blood. There's no card I want to hit off this card more in this matchup than Blood. This can only hit one of my own minions. Weirdly enough. All those cards are actually fucking awful. Okay, time to cry myself to sleep when I low roll. I guess actually here it's what, a 1, 2, it's a 2 and 5? Make it a 50-50? Make it a 50-50. Okay. I should win this one now. Winning Blood is not necessarily great, but I should win this one now, in my opinion. This only hits one of his minions if he has a minion that's better than ones that I have in my deck. So, for right now, it's going to be used as a full heal on a Blood. This is what I see. It's fine. You trade your whole board in here? Okay, no, I didn't think you would, but a possibility. It could also be used to combo with Breath on 7 to kill something that has 5+ health, or 5 or 6 health. Or with Holy Smite to kill something that has 7 health or less. Or 5 to 7 health. Oh my god, that could get a Rattlegore. That would be fucking insane. Yeah, I have to take this. Hitting Vargoth there is actually insane. The thing is, I want to make him force Brawl or Shields. Fuck, I was gonna say Shield Slam, but I meant like the Shield Brawl thing, whatever. The Flurry. Not Blade Flurry, the other Flurry. I can't think of the fucking name of the card. You didn't have Slam? You gotta rush me and they got +2/+1, okay. Oh, I can also get his Prime. That is true. Why is chat smarter than me? Hit there. No. I can't play Infiltration with anything on the max. Plague of Wrath as well, yeah. Do I send this? I just get the other free minion. And I hold everything that's in hand. Right now, I'm kind of actually predicting hit Plague. Reckless View, that's the name of the card, thank you. That's fine. He can kill both Bloods here, theoretically. Which is not great, but he also doesn't have a board, and I still have a 5/5 Vargoth. Is he leaving this up? That's insane. Not that I know of. He's doing a very unique list, like a rush list. I don't like it. I want to hit Obsidian Statue sooner or later. I have seen so many cards that I've never seen before in this matchup. I've never seen anybody play Stage Dive. He has no more Rush Means in his deck. I haven't seen anybody play this in... Can I hit the fucking 33% chance at an Obsidian Statue, please? I just need one in the death pool. But to be fair, I'm not going to complain about having a million bloods, honestly. The reason I took, by the way, the reason I took this card, when I say normally you want to put all the minions to the bottom, is because this, if he does wipe, this card is really good. Also, if I whiffed on the Shadow Essence, it gave me a really good card. That's really good here. Let's hope for the high roll and not the low roll here. If that hits any of my minions, I'm super happy. If it hits his Baku, I'm really upset. That's fine. There we go. There we go. So I want to have city statues. They're there. I don't know. I could not tell you what he is doing. He's not Singleton because he's running double Stage Dive. Dark Reaper, nice. First normal card. The Sword Eater was even RNG'd. So the only two normal cards that I know that deck plays often is Quartermaster and Tower Creepers. Even then is just a meh card, but it's still sometimes played. Armor Vendor, I guess, too, and possibly Spite Wheel, but he does need 2 board clears. I might as well just take this, even though he's just dead, right? Grab the fucking minion. Okay, well, So I was gonna do it when I got one more win, and last I checked, that is a dub. We're 5-4. Good dub, good dub. I mean, some people still play it. I personally don't think it's a bad card in the list. Barons. Forge in the Barons. Alrighty. Let's go mana load of high, so it's all in order. Alright, before we do start, I'm gonna just quickly go use the washroom, and then we'll do this, and then we will... Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll do... fucking... either some more Big Priest, or we'll do some... Nax... Ramus... Heroic. I guess I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Um... Alright, Is this better, you guys think, to go over the cards? Or is this better? I wish I had one that just had the top. I should make that. I'll leave it like this, actually. I think this is fine. Is this better? I like this. What do you guys think? I'm gonna leave it like this. Alright. So let's start the set review. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so let's start it. So first card is Sigil of Silence. At the start of your next turn, silence all enemy minions. That card seems fucking broken. What the fuck? Does it just mean this card seems absolutely fucking bonkers? No, this comes after they said they wanted to not print silences anymore because it was unfun and too good. This card seems absolutely broken. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I do not like this card. I can already tell that there's gonna be so many games that I'm gonna get mad at just seeing this card. Yeah. If it was a minion that did this, it would be unplayable. But as a spell, I think it's absolutely broken. One second. I'm gonna go close my door because I feel like I hear an echo. I'll be right back. It might have just been me tripping, but I 100% feel like there was an echo right there. And I hope you guys did not hear it because it felt really, really bad. I don't think it's slow. Honestly, it's 0 mana. 0 mana spells are always super, super good. They have super high probabilities of being super broken. And I think this, you just play it like you have a whole bunch of shit on board, you just slam this. And then your opponent is forced to kill your entire board. Feels broken. Alright, next Fury. Give your hero +2 attack. Upgrades when you play spend 5 mana, I presume. 3 and then 4 attack. This just feels like bad fucking um this just feels like bad Twin Slice. Really bad Twin Slice. It's so much less versatile. Sure, Twin Slice is 2 mana if you want to deal the 4, but you don't have to play 10 mana ahead of it in a deck where you can only play easily 10 mana on turn 4 or 5. So I don't like this. Next, Tusk Piercer. I think that's how you pronounce that. 1 mana, 1/2, Death Rattle, draw a Death Rattle minion. That's not bad. I think this could help. If Twin Slice is out of standard, then Fury is the replacement. But in Wild, Fury is just gonna be outclassed by Twin Slice. Oh, it's. Oh my god, that's even worse. That is even fucking worse. Late game, it's 1 mana for +4, where Twin Slice is just. You can spread it out. That feels so bad. Demon Hunter games don't get to turn 10, and when they do, you just concede. Unless you're big. Maybe it's better in big, but even then, I don't think so. This card I think could be cool. I don't know how good Death Omens are for Demon Hunter in general. They just kind of don't play them. But I always like effects like this. It lets you branch off into more different archetypes. So I like that. Razor Boar. 2 mana, 2/2 Death Rattle. Summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 3 or less from your hand. That's actually really cool too. If there's other good Death Rattle minions that are cheap, I mean, right now I'm thinking Leper Gnome. It summons. What are other good cheap Death Rattle minions that are currently in the game? That Demon Hunters have access to. I can summon this. Leper Gnome is good. In a control deck, Mistress could be insane. I mean, still then, it's like, you're summoning them for free. Blood Mage is good. Loot Hoarders are not bad. Especially with... Oh, Albatross at 3 again. Especially with Undertaker being a card again. Nerubian Egg is good too, I feel. In a control deck again, Death Lord could be good. Devil Sword Egg could be good. Albatross at 3 could be good. So I feel like the card actually has very good potential of being fairly decent, especially in like a mid-range Demon Hunter Death Rattle deck. Like this card just feels like so much good tempo. 2 mana 2/2 that summons a free Albatross that allows you to use your 3 mana on your turn to do something else feels absolutely broken. Alright, next, Sigil of Flames. At the start of your next turn, deal 3 damage to all minions. See, this feels slightly slower. Like, this just feels a little meh. Like, I think it, again, in a tempo deck where you're playing cards like this, you'd be playing, you know, some of the big Demon Hunter cards, right? cards, you know, like this, or like this, things, decks like that, right? You would play Sigil of Flames. Just because like you can summon it on turn 2. A lot of decks, like if you summon this against on turn 2, right, against like a Odd Pally, say, they can no longer slam any of the 3-drops in their deck besides the 2/4. And even then, they don't want to slam the 2/4 when their whole board gets wiped next turn, and then you hero power and kill it off, right? So this card still feels really solid on 2. I do feel like it loses value the later on you go, but I feel like this card just still has fairly good potential of being an actual decent card. Just overall. So I'd say it's pretty okay. I think it's worse than Sigil of Silence though. That I do feel. I feel like Sigil of Silence again is absolutely broken. Against Big Priest, right? So you're playing Odd Demon Hunter, and they have double statue out. You play Silence, Sigil of Silence. They gain 8, sure, but then all of a sudden they only have 4/8, and they're really fucking sad. So I don't know. I feel like this card has really good potential, and Sigil of Silence is going to be broken. Razorfen Beastmaster. 3 mana, 3/3, summon a Death Rattle minion, costs 4 less from your hand. See, I like this cycling thing, where you can go from, like, the baby to, like, the child to, I presume this might be a Death Rattle minion? No. Okay. Well, to a 4-drop, right? So if we go back to the Death Rattles. 4 drops. I mean, there's this. That's not great. 4 drops. What's a good 4-drop? I mean, Shudder's a good 4-drop. Again, with things like Death, what's his face? Undertaker. I can see Shudder being decent. There's no way that's it, right? I guess that's it. I guess, yeah, they don't have, like, 3 expansions worth of sets. Or, sorry, like, 5 years of expansions worth of sets for it, but I still feel like they have potential. Obviously, this is the best one to go with it. Summon a 2/2 that gives your opponent a 5/5. Even this is, like, not a bad card to summon. It's very proactive. I like it. So yeah, I feel like, again, there might be like a tier 3 mid-range Demon Hunter deck that plays things like this and this. Don't think it's gonna be that good. You could play, I mean, N'Zoth would not be good with those, sadly, because they're not big payoff Death Rattles. They're not like a Sylvanas effect or Scrapyard Colossus, but I still feel like they could have a decent potential of being actual playable cards. Alright, next, Vile Call. Summon 2 2/2s with Lifesteal. This card feels bad. It's trying like it feels like to me like this card is trying to fit in that token theme where the deck was not great and these ones don't have Rush. You're better off just playing the 3 mana spell that Demon Hunters have that summons 3 1/1s with Rush. Like, you're just better off. Because it combos so much better with not him, this guy. So yeah, I personally don't think this card is that great. Might be slightly better in Odd Demon Hunter, but I don't think you want a card like this in Odd Demon Hunter. You just have better cards to play. Kurtut Ashfallen? Kurtrus? Kurtrus? Something like that. It's a 4 mana 3/4 battlecry. Attacks the left and rightmost enemy minion. Outcasts immune this turn. Oh, that seems good. That seems really good in like a tempo-ish deck. Especially if he's outcast, you just get a 4 mana 3/4 that kills 2 minions against most decks. Right, sure, against Big Priest it doesn't, but against even like Raza Priest, it has very high likelihood of killing things or allow you to kill things. Against, like, you know, Odd Pally, since a lot of them don't pay attention to their positioning. Also, you can't position with Odd Pally. If you're going something like the 3/3, Steward of Darkshire, or the Carnival guy that gives them +1/+2. Like, you can't position those because your hero power is always going to summon them on the left. So they're always going to be on the right side unless you already had something on the battlefield. And even then, a lot of them don't pay attention. So this card has super high potential of being good because people are bad at the game. That's why oftentimes you'll hear me say like, oh, that's bad positioning. Because there are cards where positioning really matters. And against Demon Hunter now, it matters to not pay your small minions on the left and right side of your board. So that's something to look out for with this card. I feel like this card has potential. Again, I feel like they're trying to slow down Demon Hunter with the set. They're not printing like, you know, a broken one drop to go with it, except for Undertaker. And I think even with Undertaker, just a not odd version of Demon Hunter is very possible, especially with Razor Fan. Because you could summon something like Creeper, or you could summon something like Egg or Harvest Golem. They're just good minions, or even Albatross. It's a 4/3. So like I feel like, yeah, like in that deck I think you'd play this, because this card's just like really good in my opinion. But yeah. Next, okay, another Death Rattle minion. Or another combo card for Death Rattle. Vengeful Spirit, 4 mana 4/4, outcast, draw 2 Death Rattle minions. Like, see, they have so much potential right now to do some really good things with this. Like, I like the fact they're slowing things down. I really, really like that. And yeah, there's plenty of good Death Rattle minions in the game. Just be aware that this deck is probably going to be closer to an aggro deck than a control deck. Because, again, you couldn't play N'Zoth in a deck that plays things like this. There's not just a good enough Death Rattle minions in Demon Hunter in order to merit N'Zoth in the list, sadly. But yeah, I like this. This is actually a very, very powerful effect. Tutoring 2 Death Rattle minions has very, very high potential of being good. Yeah. Next, Death Speaker Blackhorn. Summon 3 Death Rattle minions from that cost 5 or less from your deck. Ooh. Now you have to look at the 5-cost ones, where there's much better 5-cost Death Rattles. You have this. You have Apple Bomb. Again, in a slower deck, these are 2 really good cards. Here it's a 7 mana 3/6, which I don't like. But it's a Battle Cry. It's not Death Rattle. Yeah, I think this has potential. I fuck with this. 100% I fuck with this. I like the new direction. I wish that this guy, though, was summon a Death Rattle minion from your deck without cost. Or 5 or more. Or say 3 or more, or something like that. Just because I feel like 5 or less, you can just hit like double Razor Boar and you're kind of sad. But yeah, I feel like this has potential. So next we're gonna hop over to Druid. It looks like Druid is one of my favorite classes, and I find they're criminally underplayed at the moment and not very good. So I'm hoping for some good cards. And looking at this, it's not great. Living Seed, 2 mana spell, draw a beast, reduce its cost by 1. Okay, wait. I thought this was going to be draw 3 beasts, and then I was going to be like, draw 3 beasts on 10? That's a really good card to draw late game. Draw a beast and reduce its cost by 3. On 10 mana in Druid, you'll probably already be in a top decking scenario. So an effect like that is not great. I mean, you could draw this. It's not bad. But again, that at 2 mana late game is not great. This is the biggest one to draw, I think. That card's actually semi-playable in Hadronox Druid. It's a tutor for your Hadronox, because it's the only beast that deck plays. So I think you might play one of it. Possibly. Just also because at, say, 4 mana, or, sorry, 3 less, you can combo it with other things, too. But yeah. Beast. If we look at Beast, like, you see, like, you couldn't, I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't be running those minions anyways. But, like, even though this feels bad to hit, because it's, like, 2 mana for this is, like, okay. Sure, whatever. Ooh. Hear me out. 4 mana Gonk. Now that's a meme I can get behind. It's gonna be good. I was gonna say it's gonna be good against aggro, but you have to have 10 mana. Again, that's the big thing. You have to have 10 mana to get that big effect. So, like, I feel like it's okay. because it's a tutor in decks that could use tutors. But draw cards in Druid is not something that class is missing. It's missing just cards that do things. You can draw all the cards in the world, but if none of your cards are good, it doesn't matter. Alright, next. Mark of the Spike Shell. 2 mana spell, obviously. Give a minion +2/+2. If it has taunt, add a copy to your hand. Ooh, I like that. That's actually really cool. Is it good? No, not really. Is it cool, and do I want to play it? Absolutely. Ugh, fuck. Yeah, also, by the way, have a drink. This is going to be a while. It's been like, what, 5-10 minutes already, and we're only at Druid cards. It's going to be a long one. So yeah, this card doesn't seem that powerful at first glance. I don't think it is that powerful, but I'd never say no to a card that gives me 2 mana to buff a Cartoot Defender and then get me another Cartoot Defender. Like, I can't say no to that. That's just good. That's just value. So yeah, I like that. Alright, Razor Main Battleguard. The first time you play each turn costs 2 less. I hate it. I mean, it's free when you play your first taunt minion, right? Because say if you play this on 6 with a Cartoot Defender, you get a free 2/3. But it is so slow. This would be good if it says the next taunt minion you play costs 2 less. Like I'm thinking like a similar effect to Tour Guide right now, but instead of for minions, or instead of for hero powers, it's taunt minions. I think this card is bad how it stands right now, personally. But I like the effect. I like how they're pushing Tauntrude. Hopefully they print like a Hatchinox X card. And here's where everything gets turned down because they print a 2 mana spell that summons 2 1/2s with taunt. That are beasts. So this card is just unplayable. Next. Gruff Rune Totem. 3 mana 2/4. After you cast a nature spell, give a friendly minion +2. Oh, I have to be looking at the types. So these are all nature spells. Interesting. This card good? No, not really. I don't think nature spells is going to be an archetype, personally. Yeah, I don't think this one's that great. Next, Plaguemaw the Rotting. That's a cool name. 4 mana 3/4. After a friendly taunt minion dies, summon a new copy of it without taunt. That seems broken. I fuck with this card actually. I don't know if Taunt Druid needs it currently. Taunt Druid's problem is that it's slow, honestly. And this card doesn't make it faster. It makes it slower, arguably. But it's a really, really cool effect. Things like Cartoot love that effect. Things like Winged Guardian love that effect. Yeah. Things like Scrapyard love that effect. I like it. It's an interesting card. Pride Fury. I can't fucking speak today. 4 mana, give your minions +1/+3. Awful. It's way too slow for just health. Thick Hide Cobalt. 4 mana 3/5. Taunt. Death Rattle gain 5. I don't think this is a replacement to Cartoot, which is the real thing. It is solid, but it's like, do you want to be summoning this off your what is the card called? Oaken Summons? Do you want to be summoning that, or do you want to be summoning a 3/9? And I think the answer is 3/9 every single time. Just in general. Yeah. Next, Celestial Alignment. Oh, this one's an arcane spell. 7 mana. Set each player's mana crystal to 0. Set the cost of cards in all hands to 1, and decks to 1. Bro. I love it. I fucking love it. It's awful, but I love it. Can I see the golden version? Sadly, I cannot. I love it. I one of the first decks I want to play is a Celestial Alignment deck. No cap. I would play this on day one if I opened this. This card seems so cool. Okay, next. A Druid of the Plains. 7 mana, 7/6 Rush. Frenzy transforms into a 6/7 with Taunt. So basically this comes down, kills something, and becomes a 7/6. It's not bad. I don't like the fact that it's a beast, so it's not playable in Beast Druid. Is the card good though? It's not bad. It's actually kind of bad. It's really slow. There's better minis to play in my opinion. I don't like it. You can't. Because it's gonna. So this is gonna set your mana crystals down to 0, right? So you actually can't play other cards when you play this. That's the thing. Basically what happens is even if you ramp beforehand, I think you're just gonna have 0. You're gonna have 0 bonus mana, and then coin and things will cost 1. Right, so the coin would be useless. Innervate would be useless. But on the other hand, do this, and then next turn you play something like Deathwing, and then he kills your Deathwing, and you have a board full of big-ass dragons, and you're super happy. Or you play something like Hadronox, and then you kill off your own Hadronox, and you have a giant board full of things. Like, I think this card is super cool. Or N'Zoth, or something like that. I would basically, what I'm saying is I'm putting this in Taunt Druid. Oh, Nourish. I mean, yeah, you could play Nourish with it. But I think you want to use this kind of just like a giant payoff card. The other thing is, this might be insane in aggro decks as well. Actually, no, because your opponent gets to do things first. But I'm gonna be playing a deck with this. Also, this golden, in my guess, must look fucking phenomenal. Alright. Sunscale Raptor. We're moving on to Hunter. 1 mana, 1/3 Frenzy. Shuffle a Sunscale Raptor into your deck with a permanent +2/+1. Does this mean they grow every single time? So the first one you're gonna shuffle in is gonna be a it's gonna be a 3/3, and then the next one is gonna be a 4/4 or a 5/4, and then a 7/5. Because if that's the case, I like it. If it's not the case, one time effect when it survives damage. Okay, so it doesn't even have to kill anything, so it's not even like overkill. Exactly. But the thing is, right? Say you're playing in Secret Mage, they go turn 1, 2/1, summon a secret. You play this, you poke into it, you have a 1/1 still on the board, and you have a 3/3 for 1. Oh wait, it doesn't have Rush. I thought this had a Rush. Okay. Without Rush, it's bad. With the Rush, it'd be broken. And then Wounded Prey. It's the next spell. Deal run damage. Summon a 1/1 with Rush. This is actually not bad. I actually haven't looked at Hunter cards in quite some time. Where the fuck is Hunter? So that card just in general reminds me of, where is he? Springpaw? And I feel like it's better than the Springpaw. Like, I feel like it's just straight up power creep because it gets around taunts. And you get, like, the whole Springpaw, right? For 1 mana. So I like it. Where is it worse? It's worse with Starving Buzzard. And since Starving Buzzard's getting nerfed, or buffed, I don't know if it's playable. Because you'd rather pay 2 mana to draw 2 cards as well. So yeah. Next, Cobalt Pack Runner. 2 mana, 2/3. After you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 right hyena with rush. I don't like this either. I feel this is kind of bad. No cap. Super slow in a class that wants to be more aggressive. I don't like it. Next, Prospector Caravan. 2 mana, 1/3. At the start of your turn, give all minions in your hand +1/+1. I like this. This card is actually like, whoops, really, really cool. I fuck with it. Fuck with it, yeah. Oh, damn. Well, hopefully you're alive now. Next. Tamed Beast. Summon a 2/2 beast with rush, which I presume is a crab. And then it's a scorpion. Then it's Thunder Lizard. That's a fucking kick-ass name. Card feels bad. Actually, in Hunter, this might be more playable. The one thing I do wish is that it might made a little bit broken is that it gained more keywords each time. So, like, I wish here it'd say it would have poisonous, right? It's a scorpion. And then here it would have taunt. Like, it would, like, go from rush to poisonous to taunt or something like that. I think that that could be cool. Or, like, the other way around, right? Start as a 2 mana 2/2 poisonous into a 2 mana 4/4 rush into a 3 mana 6/6 taunt. I think that would be cooler. But, as it is, card seems okay at best. All these upgrades, I feel like they're super, super slow and super not great. Next, Pack Kobo. I hope that's how you pronounce that name. Discover a beast, secret, or weapon. This reminds me of... There's a card that does a very similar effect, isn't there? I don't know if it's in Hunter. Is it? No, I don't think it's in Hunter. What class is it in? I don't remember if it was a minion. Alright, reminds me of this card. There's 3 of them. But no, like just cards like this where you can pick one of 3 different card types. In general, those cards were not playable. 3-drop spell. No, not this. I felt like there was a minion that did that, but I don't know in what class is it. But yeah, I feel like I was thinking about these. The whole set of those, which is why I thought that you could play them in Hunter. I still love that little effect here. It's super cool. But yeah. I feel that effect is just super slow and super not great. I would pay 5 more mana, or 3 more mana, or 2, I'd pay 5 mana for a 1/2. That way you discovered all 3 of those, I think. But I think as this stands, it's kind of bad. Alright, the first Hunter Legendary. Travis Stormpike. 3 mana, 2/5. It's pretty good stats, especially for Hunter. After a friendly beast attacks, summon a beast from your deck that costs 1 less. This opens up so many possibilities. What the fuck? Now you might be thinking, like, what the fuck do you mean this opens up so many possibilities? This opens up so many possibilities of super cool combos you can pull off. Do you still have access to cards like Tundra Rhino, right? So if you leave a 6-drop up, right? You can play this into attack with it, even if you're attacking face, into summon Tundra Rhino, into attack face again, into getting a 4-drop that can attack again. Because they're all beasts, so Tundra Rhino gets them all charge. But this card has potential. No cap. I like it. I fuck with it. Or you can play this. Zixar Prime is 7 mana, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or no, he's 8 mana. Okay, I guess then it's a little bit worse. But I still feel like this card has potential. It's a card you have to answer as soon as it's played. Piercing Shot. Is this guy just getting clapped right after we saw him? Unless he's getting clapped. 4 mana spell deals 6 damage to a minion. Excess damage goes to the enemy hero. As well, no cap. I don't like it, personally. Warsong Wrangler? Ugh, I won't stop yawning. It's tilting me. Warsong Wrangler, 4 mana 3/4. Battlecry, discover a beast in your deck. Give all cards a +2/+1. I just see potential with Quest. I don't know if I have Quest. Did I disenchant Quest? I did. I just see combo potential with this, where all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of 5/3s that draw cards whenever you play them for 1. In general, though, I feel like this card is not great. Not great whatsoever. Battlecry, draw 1, 2, and 3 cost spell. Also feel like this is not great. Hunter doesn't have that many good spells. I don't think. I don't like it. Not at the top of my list of cards that I would play personally. But yeah. This is not real Death Rattle Hunter support. I guess are the spells for Death Rattle Hunter 3 mana? I guess they are. Do I have Tonk Druid still built? Or Tonk Hunter? Yeah, I mean, you draw Play Dead. I don't know what your 2-drop you're drawing is. I'm missing one. I guess Feign Death. I guess, yeah, it is kind of support. I don't know how good it is. It feels like really slow, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I see a lot more potential with something like this. I feel like this card has so much potential. Alright, next. Currently my second most hated class in the game. Flurry. I can't fucking read today, Jesus Christ. Freeze 2, 3, okay. 0 amount of the freeze targets. That feels really good. Would you just rather play Frost Nova though? Pay 3 mana to freeze 7 minions? I think the answer is yes. I generally feel like the answer here is yes. You'd rather just play Blizzard. Or Frost Nova. This card feels slow in comparison. But, on the other hand, you wouldn't be mad about discovering this. That's a thing. And with Quest Mage still being a fairly popular deck, I think it's pretty good. I fuck with it. And, yeah. Next, deal 2 damage, discover a spell. That card is pretty good. Rune Orb. Rune Orb is a fairly good card. Does it replace Primordial Glyph? Absolutely fucking not. Is it another just Discover effect for 2? That's still pretty good. Yeah. Steal 2, right? Yeah, I feel like this card has potential to be really, really good, in my opinion. Definitely has that potential. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck else to say besides it's pretty good. Wildfire. Increase the damage of your hero power by 1. That's permanent. That's really cool. I like the direction they've been going with Mage. Where you kind of get these effects that last the entire game. Think of cards like, I forgot the name of the card, this one, Encounter's Flow. Right? Think of effects like this. I feel like they have such, oops. I feel like they have such high potential. And this one especially, right? With already card decks like Odd Mage being, I would say, decently popular. Not that I've seen a lot at all, but like there are a couple of people that do enjoy that archetype of the deck. I feel like this stuff, like cards like this, is really really cool, and just like a really good direction to take it away from the super aggro and put a more interesting spin on it. Especially interesting on aggro, right? Because right now a lot of the aggro decks feel very very similar, right? Rogue, you're drawing a whole bunch of cards and you're killing your opponent with a big ass weapon, or you're killing your opponent with a very sticky board that just, just kill them over time. Which is kind of very similar to Mage, where the only difference is instead of killing them eventually with a big ass weapon, you kill them with a burn spell. Or Dark-Lair, where you're again drawing a whole bunch of cards, and then instead of killing them again, this time with either a spell or a big ass weapon, it's just a big ass minion. Demon Hunter, again, very very similar to Rogue at the moment. Pirate Warrior, very very similar to Rogue at the moment. Same thing with Odd Pally. All these decks feel identical, except for Dark-Lair. Dark-Lair's kind of like that outlier, but they all feel very very similar. And I like that you're trying to change it up with cards like this for aggro decks. Next, Arcane Luminary. I hope I pronounced that right. 3 mana 4/3. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost 2 less, but not less than 1. I'm very glad they made this little line right here. This but not less than 1. Good card design. Is this card good? Yes, I think this card's actually fairly decent, especially in a deck. It reminds me, there's a card that's very very similar to that. Where is he? Do I not have one? But it's entirely possible. Was he nerfed to 6? Was he 4? Oh, he is 4. Oh, this is in your deck, though. No, wait, they're both cards that didn't start in your deck. You're holding any... Yeah, okay. So the difference is, sorry, this one hits cards in your deck. This one does not. This one does make them can cost 0. I feel like they're both good, but I feel like this one is actually slightly better. For 1 less mana, I would take the fact that they can't coke less than 1. I think. I don't think either of them are playable, though. Alright. Oasis Ally. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/6 water elemental. Who thought this was a good idea? The art is dope. But who the fuck thought this was a good idea? I feel like this is absolutely fucking bonkers. Is that just me? Arty as it is... Wait, actually, is it better than other secrets? I think the answer is actually no. It's a really, really good secret. Don't get me wrong. But is it better than Explosive Ruins? No. Counterspell? Absolutely not. The Rigged Fair Games? Absolutely not. Flame Ward? Absolutely not. Netherwind Portal? That's a maybe. It's not better than the other secrets, besides possibly Netherwind Portal. So it's not playable because of that. But the card is not bad. The card is definitely not bad. I can see you playing that in something like an Elemental Mage. Rhyme Tongue. Tongue? Something like that. 3 out of 3/4 after you cast a Frost spell, summon a 1/1 elemental that freezes. How many Frost spells are realistically in the game? Oh, I guess there's a 0 mana one. That's actually a really cool combo, this and this. Really cool combo. In general, though, I feel like there's not going to be enough good Frost spells in order to make this a thing. And there's not enough support for it at the moment, at least of what I've seen. Battlecry, fire your hero power to all enemies. That seems absolutely broken. If you upgrade your hero power, right, playing... Oh, I guess... Oh, this is terrible. What am I saying? It's 4 mana. Card's unplayable. You can't play it an Odd Mage. Yeah, unplayable. Actually, hold up. With the new card, because you also can't play this in Odd Mage. I feel like they did that on purpose. You're forced to not play Odd, which means you get access to. No, not even Mage, because you get access to this, right? So that's just a board clear. But you have like, because you still want to have access to, the 1-mana guy, this guy, Fire Eater. Card's broken with that, right? You're dealing 3 damage to the entire enemy board. If you buffed it twice, right? That's 5 damage to the entire enemy board. On a 4-mana Battle Cry. It's better than Flame Strike. I don't know if this is a searchable turn. It instantly activates this. Basically. This, I mean, I still think this card's weak, but I think it's potential. I'm actually interested in trying a mid-range aggro-ish mage that plays things like this. Very interested, actually. Next, Refreshing Spring Water. 4-mana spell. Draw 2 cards. Refresh 2 mana crystals for each spell drawn. So this is 0 mana, draw 2 in Spell Mage. Right. Spell Mage was a fun deck. I played a couple games of it. 23 frost spells. Jesus Christ, okay. But how many of them are playable? I feel there's not that many. These are not all the spells. Do we just generate spell here? Yeah, okay. So when you think about it, right? Because you have still access to this, right? So we're playing wild. There's 2. We can't play that. Yeah, I think it has potential, right? You still have access to Arcane Blast. If you want to meme really hard, you have access to Luna's Pocket Galaxy. But I think Spell Mage could be a thing, and I think this card helps. I know, well, it was a thing. It's not great. It's not better than Secret Mage, but it could be fun. Yeah, it just could be a fun deck to play. Next, Varden Dawn's Grasp? Something like that. 4 mana 3/3, Battlecry, freeze all enemy minions. If any minions are already frozen, deal 4 damage to them instead. So this is 7 mana Flame Strike with Frost Nova. And it's 10 mana to deal 6 to the board with Blizzard. It's also just a 4 mana 3/3 that, oh shit, 11 of them are playable. God damn. Still don't think it's good though. I don't think it's worth it. Personally. But this card is actually really, really interesting. I think this card has potential. It's a 4 mana 3/3 that combos with a lot of cards in Mage. Yeah. Next, this guy looks like he did crack one too many times. I didn't know such thing was possible, but he definitely looks like it. So his name is Mordesh Fire Eye. If you've dealt 10 damage with your hero power this game, deal 10 damage to all enemies. This is just a 10 mana Pyroblast to everything. That could. I fuck with it. I want to play Hero Power Mage now. You can't go odd, right? Hero Power Mage is no longer odd. Because you're obviously running this guy. This guy seems absolutely broken. Better than KsA+LeA. 100%. Will I play this card? 100% I'm going to be playing Hero Power Mage deck. I think Hero Power Mage is actually be playable in Wild. No cap. Yeah, I fuck with it. Card's actually insane. 10 out of 10 to Pyroblast the board. Get out of here. That's fucking awesome. Give a random friendly, or sorry, Conviction. Rank 1, give a random friendly minion 1 attack. Okay, or 3 attack. I honestly was expecting 3, 6, 9 attack, but that's, I guess, a little bit broken for a 1 mana card to give a minion 9 attack. I mean, it's broken for a 1 mana card to give 3 minions 3 attack, but hey. Card seems pretty good because, unlike other aggro decks, Odd Pally actually has the potential to go long and stick with it. So this card actually has potential. Especially because, like, all of your minions can have Divine Shields and you slam this, it's really good. Next, new secret. Galloping Savior. After your opponent plays 3 or more cards in a turn, or 3 cards in a turn, summon a 3/4 steed with Taunt. Oh, this is good anti-aggro. That's for damn sure. It's a good overall. I don't know how good Control Pally's going to be overall. It has potential, though. I think it does have potential. If the meta slows down even a tad, I think the Control-esque Pally decks become good. So basically, the slower the meta gets, the better Paladin does overall, in my opinion. When they're not super aggro, right? Because the Uther combo theoretically is OTK on turn 10 every game. Because that's kind of the only thing that deck does is draw and then timeout until you could kill your opponent. So, with that being said, is this card good? Yes, because a lot of aggro decks play multiple cards in one turn. Problem is that a lot of them do 2 cards, not 3, in my opinion. Or in my, like, of what I've seen, right? Slam this on 1, Secret Mage doesn't play 3 cards on one turn until, like, turn 50. If they ever do. The only one that comes to mind is Odd Demon Hunter. With the coin, they can possibly play 3 cards on one turn. On turn 2, very likely. Where they go coin, 1-drop, 1-drop hero power. But I don't think this card is insane. It is playable, though, I think. It might see play, basically what I'm saying, in lower Pally decks. Just, yeah. Alright, next. Knight of Anointment. 1 mana, 1/1, Battlecry, draw a holy spell. Is this card good? Again, I don't know too many holy spells, so I can't tell you for sure. But I don't think it's bad. Librons are all holy. This card is good. It's a tutor for your Libron. Yeah, I fuck with it. I think it's gonna be good in exactly Libram Pally. I think Libram Pally would actually even play Galloping Savior, personally. Especially if they're going pure. It's a fairly good card for pure. Next, Soldier Caravan. At the start of your turn, summon 2 1/1 recruits. This card's bad. 1, it's 2 mana, so you can't play an Odd Pally. 2, it's bad because it's at the start of your turn. If it was at the end of your turn, it'd be broken. At the start of your turn, it's unplayable, in my opinion. Next. Sword of the Fallen. 2 mana, 1/3. After your hero attacks, cast a secret from your deck. So they're kind of trying to push Secret Pally. So what I need of value here is this better than running both Mad Scientist and Mysterious Challenger? And I believe the answer is no. Mysterious Challenger is a really fucking good card. In that archetype. And you don't want to get to a point where you have no more secrets in your deck for Mysterious Challenger to pull, right? You want him to be an 11 mana 6/6. Or a 6 mana 6/6 that summons 5 secrets. So I think overall this card is meh. Northwatch Commander. 3 mana 3/4. Battlecry. If you control a secret Draw a card. Or draw a minion. Do I think this card is good? Not really. I feel like it's too fucking slow. And I don't know, my brain's in a place where no matter what, all the other paladin decks that are not odd are fringe. Would you play this in pure? Yes. Would you play this in Libram? Also possibly yes. You would not play this in odd. It's too slow for odd, that's for damn sure. Also, your 3-drop spot is full. You have 8 3-drops in that deck, I think. If not more. So yeah, I don't think it's that great. I definitely don't think this is that great. It has potential though. I will give it that. KsA+LeA? Rame? Something like that. Yeah, I heard Rogue has broken cards, but we're not there yet. And I think people wanted no spoilers, so they wanted me to be mad at them. So yeah. KsA+LeA. If I'm pronouncing any of these cards wrong, by the way, just tell me I'm a fucking idiot in chat. 4 mana, 4/3. Rush Divine Shield. Whenever this attacks, reduce the cost of holy spells in your hand by 1. Huh. This is a guaranteed... It's a guaranteed discount on certain cards? That's... Depending how good holy spells are, this could be really good. Like, if they're all super playable, this could be super playable as well. Because discounting cards in your hand is traditionally really broken. Look at Emperor. So I would wait for this card. This card has definitely potential. Like, if it's not good now, it might be good later on, depending how good holy cards get. Because yeah, just effects like this are just kind of effects that are eternal, in my opinion. Same thing with like cards like Emperor. Alright, oh my fucking god. Evogo rating. That's definitely not how you pronounce it. I'm going with that though. Infocaterating. Ha. Theremin. Okay. 4 mana, give him all minions in your hand +1/+1 and on the battlefield. So if this got discounted to 3, is it too good? Depending how many minions you have in hand and on board. Kinda. Is it good overall? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's too slow, and it's not odd. You want this effect in an odd deck, and this is not odd. I should change the title of my stream, huh? 42 holy spells? Jesus Christ. Damn. Yeah. Alright. Next. Veteran War Medic. 4 mana, 3/5. After you cast a holy spell, summon a 2/2 medic with lifesteal. See, I like this effect so much more than I like this effect. Yeah, this effect I feel like is slow. This, where is she? This effect, on the other hand, I feel like it's like insanely powerful. Because the lifesteal in these things is actually really good, right? I presume any card with the word holy in it is becoming a holy spell. So, things like, you know, this isn't probably a holy spell. This is going to be a holy spell. I mean, not necessarily that this one is playable, but, you know. Yeah, for Librams, right? You buff it twice with 2 Libram of Wisdoms. You're chilling, right? It's a 5/6 or 5/7 that comes with 2 2/2s. That's like really, really good for 4. Really, really fucking good for 4. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Send me it so this way I'm about to have it open. So, yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Alright. Next. Cannon Master Smithy. Transform your secrets into 3/3 soldiers that transform back when they die. I actually kind of fuck with this. I fuck with this a lot. I think this definitely has potential of being good. Yeah. Oh wait, you can't actually play this though with Mysterious Challenger unless one of them get a discount. And all your secrets are gonna be triggered, right? Hmm. I can't tell if this card is good or bad. Like, I don't think it's great, but I also don't think it's uh bad. Like, I feel like it's probably just in between. Just overall, I feel like it's just in between. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. At least it zooms in properly. No, they're gonna be on the battlefield, which is what makes it cool. Yeah, how this card makes me sound is they're gonna be on the battlefield. Yeah, so I think this has potential, but again, I feel like it's super slow. So if I go down to Holy, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Holy cards. Renounce Darkness is a Holy card. Interesting. Okay. For Paladins, big ones they have. Ooh, Forbidden Words. Okay, I love that card. But yeah, Avenge is Holy, so that's a good card. Libram, that's really good. Hand of Uldun is good. Equality is good. Forbidden Words is, Divine Favor is good. Consecrate's good. Blessing of Authority, or Blessed. What is that card? I can't fucking. I'm not good at reading today. Blessing of Authority, I was right. So yeah, I mean, this card I feel like is just gonna be really good. Actually, looking at this list, this card has definitely potential of being really, really good. All right, next, Condemn. What? The Prison Seal 3. 2-mana deal 3 to everything is really fucking good. Especially in something like Highlander. It's really cheap and it doesn't hit your own minions, which is really nice. Do I think it's super playable? Not super. Do I think it's going to be played? Yeah, for sure. I feel like this card is actually fairly good. Is it too much to ask for this card to have lifesteal? I think so. But yeah, I feel like that card definitely has potential. Priest, legendary, first one. Serena Bloodfeather. 2-mana 1/1. Choose an enemy minion, steal attack and health from it until this one has more. Fuck. That card feels good, but terrible. I thought this was honestly just gonna be swap. But it's like better than swap. That's not better than swap. It's worse than swap, but is it bad? I don't think so. Right? Yeah, no, this is not bad. Does it steal them separately? Because then it's better. Right? If you steal it separately, you'll make Leroy a 1/1. No. 2/1. It's very interesting because when they're at the same amount of health, no, it'd actually be a 3/1. If they're at the same amount of health and attack, I think this one's gonna steal one more, which is really, really cool. Don't think the card is that great though. I might be completely wrong. This card is very, very hard to judge in my opinion. Alright. Soothsayer Caravan. Exactly. It is a tactical card, but I think there's just better cards like this you can play in Priest, in my opinion. Seaside Caravan, at the start of your turn, copy a spell from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. I feel like this card's actually really good. 2 mana, 1/3. The problem is that it says at the start of your turn. And that makes me feel like it's bad. Like that effect is really good, really cool. But at the start of your turn makes it super bad. I don't know. I don't like this as start of your turn effects. They all feel super slow. Alright, next. Devouring Plague. Lifesteal. Deal 4 damage, randomly spit among all enemy minions. This card's bad. 3 mana to gain 4. Hopefully kill one thing. I don't know, man. That card feels not great. Not great whatsoever, in my opinion. Alright. Void Flare. For each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. I hate this random effect. This card would be super cool if you got to choose. But I think because it's random, same thing with this one. Because they're random, they're not good. Also, that was just bad. It's worst version of a whole bunch of cards. Next, Zyrael. Spell Priest, I don't think is an actual thing. It just doesn't have enough support. It's not like Spell Mage or Spell Hunter. There's no actual support for it. Zariel. If you restored health this turn, deal that much damage to all enemy minions. So this is a board wipe. This is a 10 mana board wipe with Reno. Card feels good. Card feels good. Even worse comes to worse. With Raza played, it's a 4 mana 4/4 that deals 2 damage to the board. To the enemy board. Is it broken? I don't think so. I don't think this card's broken whatsoever. I think it's good. If I give it a rating, it'd probably be like a 7 out of 10. It has potential of doing really good things. Actually, because of Reno, I think I'd give it an 8. Because with Reno, it's just a board wipe, right? Deal 20 damage to the board. But yeah. I like it. It can be really good if you get it in other classes. Priest of Anshi? Go with that. 5 mana 5/5 taunt battlecry. If you restored health this turn, gain +3/+3. Yeah. Card definitely has potential. But also don't forget you have to fit those cards into your deck. I'm thinking of actual cards I would want to put in my deck. So like even with Renew, 5 mana deal 3 is really fucking good, especially since it comes with a 4/4. But Priest of Anshi, 5 mana 5/5 taunt battlecry. If you have restored health this turn, +3/+3. This card reminds me of very, very loosely. But where's Priest? I don't know why, but I get the same vibes that I got from this card. This card I still fucking love. But also like this type effect. And the Warlock guy is the last one. I don't think I have one of the Warlock guy. Do I not have any? Which mana is he? Fucking Christ. I think he's 4 or 5. No, I'm thinking of a different card. I think. Do I not really have any? Am I just missing them? What the fuck? Oh, I still have spells on. I'm fucking retarded. I swear he was a 4-drop. No, not that guy. If I drop. Yeah, this guy. This guy's the guy I'm thinking of. No. I'm getting this vibe. And this card wasn't playable. And it's arguably an easier condition to hit than this on turn 5. So I don't think this card's that playable. Just because, right, if I'm comparing it to other cards, that one didn't see play. Again, if you hit Raza, then it's good. Raza's a 7 mana 8/8 taunt, which is not great. There's also that 5 mana cost is kind of bad in the current Raza Priest. Kinda. They'd have to nerf something severely in Raza Priest to make it the current version just not the best possible version because it's so consistent. So yeah. If they did say nerf Raza made it hero power cost 1 again, one, I think Highlander Priest would not be nearly as good. The whole meta would change. And I guess point 3. Best Priest would most likely be some Galakron variant, because Galakron I still feel like is a very, very solid card. And also, you already have a 5 mana taunt card, and it wouldn't be this one. You'd probably go like a Highlander Arena Priest. Or sorry, a Highlander Galakron Priest in that case. But yeah. Next, Light Shower Elemental, 6 mana, 6/6 taunt. Death Rattle, restore 8 health to all friendly characters. I like that. I like the fact it doesn't just say minions. It does have potential. This card does have potential. I don't know if they will nerf Raza. I feel like the card that they would rather nerf instead is most likely Spawn. Because Spawn doesn't destroy the archetype nearly as hard as hitting Raza. But hitting Spawn makes the deck significantly weaker. Because if you want to still go full combo route, you have to go to a Velen version. And then Pollock is no longer nearly as good. Because you're going to have Emperor and Velen as cards to clog up your draws before you draw Raza. And then you'll still be in a rough spot. So I think that a Highlander variant that would be more control-ish oriented with the, I guess, now buffed Alex Straza would be better off overall. I do want to try, though, a Raza Priest build that does play Alex Straza and does not play combo. I'd still play Anduin because I think Anduin is still an insanely powerful card with a 0 mana hero power. But I wouldn't be playing Spawn. I'd go more for a value-oriented list. This card, I think, would possibly fit in that list, by the way. This card feels really, really strong. Next. Give a minion +3/+5, cost 1 less for each spell in your hand. This is way too much mana base. If this was 6 mana base, 7 mana base, significantly more playable than an 8. 8 means you'd have to have a 9-card hand with only spells. Having played a priest deck that plays 5 minions in it, the amount of times I've had 8 spells in it, very, very low. Very, very, very low. Yeah. I think this card's just, like, not great. Alright, Rogue. Rogue is a class, or is a... At this point, I thought I'd just throw this out there. I fucking hate Rogue, so I'm going to be very, very critical on these cards. So, if a card feels a little bit too powerful, I'm going to call it... I'm going to be significantly more biased, I feel, here. And say a lot more things are broken, even though they might not be. And let's start with Paralytic Poison. Give your weapon +1 attack. Your hero is immune while attacking. That feels broken. Actually, no, that kind of actually feels bad. The card feels absolutely fucking horrible. that weird to say that? I hope that's not weird to say. This card feels absolutely horrendous. Yeah, I understand Kingsbane Rogue, but Kingsbane Rogue isn't playing a whole bunch of cards like this. Like, that just buff effects. Right? The Kingsbane Rogue would rather just play this. Right? Basically, at the moment, you're going to have to think, is the card better than Nitro Boost? What do I mean by horrible? I mean significantly worse than most other cards in this archetype. Yeah. Is it better than 2 mana Nitro Boost? Even then, you're not attacking minions. You're attacking your opponent's face. Like, you might run one copy of this, but you're still going face most of the time with your weapon. If you get to a point where you're attacking minions, you've probably lost. So I feel like that line of text never comes into play, and you're paying 1 mana to give it +1 attack. It doesn't... the immune on your weapon, I think, is not nearly that big. I think you would rather, again... I guess this is only this turn, but... I don't know. I feel like you'd rather gain the health. Like, yeah. Because if you're low enough to the point where you actually want to gain this ability, I feel like you've lost. Yeah, but if you're clearing board, I think you'd still rather gain, 15 life off this and not do this. Because again, if you have to attack minions multiple turns in a row, you've lost. You straight up lost the game. Maybe there's other cards that make it better, but as I'm staring at this card seems okay at best. Alright, 1 mana yoink. 1 mana, discover a hero power and set it cost to 0. Swap back after 2 uses. Okay, this card just also feels bad. Is that just me? Yeah, there's no hero power you'd want. I like how they fucked this up, is this is no longer the totem that this summons. That's kind of funny to me. This card feels bad, though. No, we don't want that. Alright, next. Efficient Octobot. 2 mana, 1/4, reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. This card feels busted. The fact that there's no specific type that it's reducing, so this is just a 2 mana 1/4 that's going to punch something that gives you an Emperor tick for free. It's pretty broken. Pretty broken, in my opinion. Silver Leaf Poison. Give your weapon after your hero attacks, draw a card. Even then, isn't Rogue's card draw already so fucking phenomenal that this is just overkill? Like, when I'm looking at Kingsbane Rogue players, I never see them lacking cards. And when they do, they just lose. Right? If they're down to 2 cards in hand on turn 5, and they don't have Kingsbane out, they just lose the game. Even if they have Kingsbane out, they draw 1 additional card with this. I don't think that's enough to win the game. I feel like this card is also slow and bad. This card is definitely just too slow for Kingsbane. There's no way you can commit 2 mana in a Kingsbane deck, in a deck where you want to aim to kill on turn 5. It draws you 1 card even then. I don't think this card is good. I'd be very surprised if this is just more than tested. Yeah, I just feel this effect is too slow. Way too fucking slow. There's so many better cards you want to be playing, right? Hold up. Let me get a Kingsbane list right now. Yeah, it's a draw 3 that you resolve most likely on turn 4 that takes you to turn 7 to draw the 3 cards. Against most decks, if Kingsbane is going till turn 7, they've lost, is the thing. And I don't think that card is good enough to bring them back into the game. Here, I'll take just a very basic list. Okay. The cards in this list right now that are not essential, in my opinion, are the Penflingers, the Corsairs. Maybe one Nitro Boost after the nerf. But even then, I don't think so. I think Nitro Boost is still a very, very solid card. You're fighting over other really powerful cards for these 4 slots. Right? You're fighting over Penflinger, which is already a very, very powerful card. You're fighting over cards like Swindle. Like, this is a good card draw spell. So you play this on turn 1 with Prep. You don't take 3 turns to draw 3 cards. You know, you're fighting over... I guess this card's not that great. But there's still plenty of cards that I think you'd just rather play. Honestly. No, isn't this card also getting buffed too? So you're fighting over Blade Flurry to deal damage to boards. Or even an old card that used to see a lot of play in Kingsbane. Fighting over Doomerang. Or if your weapon's at 1 attack, right, you don't have to attack, right? Instead of doing this for 1 mana, right, where your weapon still takes damage, you slam Doomerang, you pop a blood, and then you can replay your Kingsbane, and you can attack them in the face. That's why I don't think this card is good. There's just better options. That 1 attack doesn't end up helping out most of the time overall. This card draw is just too slow overall when you could be playing Swindle, which draws you 2 cards for 2. This draws you 2 cards over 2 turns if you have Kingsbane out, and if you already haven't attacked. Yeah, it's just tech. But I think these cards are also just going to be tech. If there's a lot of top minions in the game, you might want to put this in, but you could also just put Doomerang in, which would be a better card overall, in my opinion. So, yeah, just overall, this so far seems like the best card in Rogue of what I've read so far. This card absolutely looks fucking oppressive. Oh, it's 3 AM. I got a new quest. What was the quest I got? Oh, I should have rerolled that. Whoops. Play 10 even cost cards. Okay, well, that's doable. So yeah, so far those 2 cards, they look okay. I might be, by the way, I might be completely out of line. I'll admit it. But I feel like both those cards are really, really slow. Wicked Stab. Deal 2 damage. Upgrade. I presume deal 6. Does Rogue need another removal spell? Oh, that can go face. That's a 2 mana fireball for Rogue. That's broken. Most of the time, they'd already kill you with Eviscerate. So this is Eviscerate, you don't have to prep. And if the game goes even longer, it's just double fireball. I feel like this card is good. This is a good Rogue card, too. Next. Field Contact. 3 mana 3/2. After you play Battle Cry or combo card, draw a card. This feels like slow card draw for Rogue. This is not playable in Odd Rogue, I don't think. This is not playable in Kingsbane Rogue, I don't think. I feel like this card is bad. I feel like there's no slower Rogue decks that are actually playable. Maybe Galakron Rogue after the nerf or the buffs. But then I think you'd just rather play Hanar. Pinar is really, really good still. So yeah, this card, it's a so-so. Swine Tusk Shank. I like that name. 3 mana 2/2. After you play a poison, gain +1 durability. What the fuck is a poison? Why can't I hover over poison? Is it a type of spell? No, that wasn't on the chart I was sent, right? Was it on the chart I was sent? I don't think it was. Nature, Holy, Shadow, Frost, Fire, Fell, Arcane, no. Cards that have poison in the name. Oh. Okay, that feels super awful. Honestly, for this, I think you'd just rather play the Thief Rogue build. That's actually playable with the 4 mana weapon. I don't own one, apparently. It's interesting. Is it not 4 mana? What the fuck? Oh, I'm in standard, that's why. I was about to say there's no academic espionage either. Yeah, there. Cutlass. You gotta just be playing Cutlass. Okay. Yeah, it might be getting centered. I don't play any of that, so I do not know. Apothecary Hellbrim. Battlecry and Death Throw, add a random poison to your hand. Feels terrible. Feels honestly like a worse version of... Where is she? 3 mana? I don't think I have one, so... Wait, oh, she... No, she was 4, right? Yeah. Feels like this. I kind of feel like this card's just better. The toxins you can get were really good. You can get really shit poison cards. Oil Rig Ambusher. 4 mana 4/4. Yeah, Xaro. Yeah, that's... I'm terrible at remembering names. 4 mana 4/4. Battlecry will deal 2 damage. If it entered your hand this turn, so if you drew it this turn, deal 4 damage instead. Why is this phrasing? Why not, if drawn this turn, deal 4 damage instead? This card's bad, though. I don't like it. Too slow. Scab Cutter Butter. That's a funny name. 1 mana 3/3. Combo the next 2 cards you played this turn cost 3 less. So you've already have to play the card before this. I guess you could go prep him. What would be the best case scenario? What would be best case scenario? Best case scenario, I mean, if you shadow step this could have really, really good potential of doing broken things. Like, absolutely insanely broken things. As it stands, though, I think this card is okay at best. I feel like there's just way better cards you would want to be playing. In a slower deck, yeah, 2 mana sprint, but again, is 2 mana sprint better than just double 0 mana cutting class? Is the thing I don't know. I don't know, this card has potential. It has potential. It has potential in Galakron. That's what I'm kind of trying to say here. But even then, your cards you're drawing are 0 mana, so this is like meh. It does give you like a 3 mana Togwaggle or a 4 mana Galakron, which means you can go Galakron at 8, but you have to play a card beforehand. I don't know. I feel like it could be okay. Could be okay. Yeah, honestly, Rogue, I feel like, has 2 insane cards, and then 2 cards that I see very differently from other people. And then an awful legendary, and the legendary has potential. But yeah, 2 good cards, in my opinion. Again, I'll fully admit right now that there is a very big possibility that I could be absolutely wrong with all of my guesses here. And these 2 cards end up becoming super playable, and then you guys are allowed to make fun of me. How about that? But yeah, that's my opinion on those cards. Alright. Spawn Pool Forager. 1 mana, 1/2. Death Rattle summon a 1/1 Tiny Fin. Yo, fuck you, game. Sound effect was pissing me off. Fuck you, game. Why is this not an actual Tiny Fin? Card's bad because it's not actually Tiny Fin. I mean, yeah, if I'm wrong, 100% make fun of me. But I don't see how either of those 2 cards are that playable. In my opinion. Okay, yeah. Chain Lightning. That's a very good magic card. Deal 3 damage to a minion and a random 1 adjacent to it. Let's deal 4. Yeah, deal 4. 2 mana, deal 4 to 2 things. That's pretty good. Pretty good, in my opinion. Is that good though? Again, the thing is, I find games are not going till turn 10. And if games don't go to turn 10, you have to look at the middle one. Because I think the middle one is the one you're most likely cast. That one and the first one. 2 mana deal 2 to 2 things is good, right? If there's a 1 mana card that has a very similar effect, but it's 2 random ones. I can't think of the name. Oh, there it was. Forked Lightning, right? This card is not playable, but it overloads too. This might be playable. It might be playable. Ooh, Murloc theme. After you play a Murloc, deal 1 damage to all enemies. That's a good meme. I don't think it's that great. It's gonna do it. It's gonna make people want to play a Murloc deck. That's for damn sure. Murloc is gonna become popular just because people always love playing Murloc decks. I have to stop clicking on cards. This is busted? I don't think this is that great. Next, South Coast Chieftain. If you control another Murloc, deal 2 damage. This card feels good. Solid effect, even though it does have a drawback, because it's, I mean, you have to have it, right? But this feels actually pretty good. I fuck with this. Start of your turn, draw a Murloc. This is a draw. This is one of those started turn effects I can get behind. Yeah, I can get behind this. Definitely. This is not 3 mana nuke the board. Am I missing something? I mean, this one I think so far is the one that has the most potential to be good. If it does survive, it gives you 2 draws in an aggro deck. And Shaman is one of those aggro classes that doesn't have that great draw. This card I don't feel is broken. I feel like this card's good. You'd have to play so many Murlocs to actually wipe the board. Oh, you can give it Toxfin. That's what you're saying. At the start of turn, effects never do work, but in the odd chance that they do, or it could force, like, again, say you're playing as a Secret Mage player, right? They have a really hard time if they don't play anything on a 1 to kill this on 2. They have a really fucking hard time. Same thing with Odd Pally. If they don't play a 1-drop, they have a hard time killing this on turn 2. And even then, if they play a 1/1, they can't kill on turn 2. So, like, it has potential to possibly pop off. In my opinion. But yeah, this I didn't think of Toxfin, but with Toxin, this is actually pretty good. 100%. Yeah. I mean, yes. But again, I said if they don't play anything on one, they have a... Secret Mage has exactly 2 1-drops in their entire deck. They don't have them every single game. Even though it feels like it, they don't necessarily have them every game. Which is why I think this card could actually have potential. And even then, if the secret they play is rigged, then they're forced to hero power if they want to kill it on turn 2, which means they're not playing a different 2-drop. So again, it has upsides too. I feel like it has potential. Again, I might be completely wrong, but I feel like it might be tested in the Murloc deck. Next, Arid Stormer. 3 mana, 2/5. Battlecry. If an elemental... Play an elemental last turn, gain Rush and Wind Fury. Yeah, I mean, Murloc Shaman definitely has a possibility of being good. It has... this everything can happen, which is... everything is awesome. Which is pretty nice. And they do have good Murlocs. There are good Murlocs in the game. I don't know if it's gonna be as... Like, they have the best Murloc in the game, arguably. Also, I mean, Scargill is insane. You can also play it with this if you want a meme. This one's bad, though. Yeah. I mean, you also this, which is a solid meme. This card, though, I think it's bad. I don't think Elemental Shaman's going to be playable. Nothing can stop. See what they did there. I see what they did there. Nothing can stop us. No fin can stop us. Let me read it properly. Give your minions +1/+1. Give your Murlocs an additional +1/+1. This card's actually not bad. No cap. This card has potential. No cap, I fuck with it. I'd play it in a Murloc deck, I think. Bloodlust for 2 less mana and 1 less attack. I like it. Brukan. Nature spell damage +3. 4 mana, 5/4. Maybe not with Neptune in it, but possibly with Quest. I think Neptune is actually just terrible. It's way too much mana. You'd rather just play Megafin off the Quest. But yeah, I could try Murloc Shaman. Murloc Shaman. My throat right now feels like I swallowed a razor blade. So I'm going to probably stop after the class cards. And then tomorrow, where the stream will be on Twitch, if I don't forget to switch over, I will continue them. So if you wanna see the rest of them, make sure to go follow me there. Self-promotes. So Shamans have... What's good spells that are that are nature? You have Earthquake, which is okay. Earthquake already wipes the board, basically. Hagatha Scheme already wipes the board. Jade Lightning normally kills whatever you target on, and for 8 mana, I don't think it's better. Twitch does send notifications. That it does do. Yeah, it's on by default. But again, there's also Twitter, where I always do that when I go live. Torrent. Again, Torrent, though, I feel like normally kills things. So the big one for this is going to be Serpentine, Portal, Crackle, Lightning Bolt, Earthshock. Lava Burst is not on this list, is it? No, it's not. I don't think this is good enough because it's super, super slow. And like also like the cards that are buffing, besides Serpentine, Portal, and Crackle, Lightning Bolt is not necessarily that great, and Lava Burst is not on the list. So yeah, I guess Lightning Storm, but even then, Lightning Storm always deals 3. So who knows? I don't think this one's that great though. It kind of makes me sad that this is one of the Diamond Legendaries. Because it's not one you really, really want. Next. Earth Revenant. 4 mana 2/6. Taunt, Battlecry, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. That's really bad. Really fucking bad. I don't even know what else to say besides this is bad. I guess, yeah, it is cheap Mally, but I guess if you go Serpentine, Serpentine. Okay, so you couldn't even go Serpentine, Serpentine, so you have to go Crackle, Crackle, Bolt, Bolt. In which case, you're dealing at max. At max, it's not lethal, is the problem. And for the same cost, you can play Ancestral Call into pulling Mally. So then I don't think that's worth it. And you have access to Lava Burst, which is just straight up better. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like this card's kind of bad. And then Earth Revenant is just super fucking slow. This feels like a commons effect, not a rares. Next, Lilypad Lurker. If an elemental was played last turn, transform it. Oh, it's Hex on a stick if you played an elemental last turn. This actually has potential. I think this could be good. No cap, I think this could be good. If Elemental Shaman is good, which I don't think is going to be good, so it won't be playable. But if it is, this card's an auto-include. Altar of Fire. Destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. My dreams of playing a mill Warlock deck that burns my opponent's deck is coming more and more true. I fuck with this. Super hard. Absolutely super fucking hard. I like this. I'd play this in certain decks. Next. Grimoire of Sacrifice. Warlock cards are KsA+LeA. Nice. Grimoire of Sacrifice. Destroy a friendly minion, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. This card is not great. There's very few cards you would want to kill on your own board. If this was 0 mana and dealt 1, it'd be playable. Apothecary's Caravan. At the start of your turn, summon a 1-cost minion from your deck. This card's bad. I don't even need to look at the stats, it's just bad. Imp Swarm, 2, summon 3/2. Summon 3 3/2s. Again, not good. So far, Warlock has been very pog in Altar of Fire and then garbage. Next. Lifesteal Battlecry. If your deck contains 10 or fewer cards, deal 6 damage to a minion. Card also feels awful. Absolutely fucking terrible. Yeah. Next, Cabal Outfitter. 3 mana 3/3, Battlecry, and Death Rattle give another random friendly minion +1/+1. If this was targeted, it'd be significantly better, but either way, I don't see how this card is good. Yeah. Next, Tasman Roam. Whenever you cast a shadow spell that costs 1 or more, add a copy to your hand that costs 0. Shadow spells? Okay. Well, Shadow Spells has some really insane cards in it. Whenever you cast a shadow spell that costs 1 or more, add a copy that costs 0. This card is broken. No cap, this card is broken. Happy Bomb, Defile, Coil, P.O., Soul Shear, Shadow Bolts, Treachery, if you want a meme, Amethyst Spellstone, Blast Crystal, Hysteria, Sense Demons, School Spirit. This card is insane. I fuck with this card so hard. I'm putting this in Reno Lock. I'm putting this in the Arena Lock, I think. I think this card's actually insane. It's the best card, I think, that goes with spells. It is the best spell-based card, in my opinion, in all the cards I've read so far. No cap there. And I feel like this effect, again, just, okay, you're queued into, what's his face? Dark Glare. You summon Tasman, you summon Hysteria on a giant, it punches one of its giants, you put Hysteria on the other one, it wipes the rest of the board. It's so good. I think it gives it to you first, so even if it dies, you still get it. Also, I mean, this into coin twisting, into you have a 0 mana twisting. This is the copy stays in your hand. If I don't get this in golden, you're gonna... That's a good fucking meme. I would, if I... Yeah, so this card feels absolutely insane. I fuck with this card so hard. So far, my favorite card in the set. I would love to get this card golden. Fucking love it. Next, Soul Rend. Deal 5 damage to all minions. Destroy a card in your deck for each kill. Most of the time, Shadow Flame is better. The other part of the time, Hellfire is better. I don't think this card is good. Your deck is empty. Open a portal that fills your board with 3/2 imps each turn. I feel this card is good. Hear me out. I think you put this in your Warlock deck. I'm like, no cap. No, but like, okay, so Mechathune is a completely different story. I'm saying that this could be good in Arena Lock. And I know, you might think, yeah, this motherfucker has smoked some good crack. I think that this card could be good in Arena Lock. Just because, if you get to a point where you're playing a super grindy game, right? Against something like, you know, a fatigue deck, or against a super late game Druid deck, right? Think Jade Druid. You're summoning 21 power a turn, right? He would have to put so many Jade Idols. I don't know if you can hear, but I feel like there was just the longest thing of thunder I've ever heard outside. What in the actual fuck? I didn't know it was raining outside. Okay, either something just blew up, or... yeah. What is going on out there? Okay, whatever. Can I show the portal card, please? This one? Yes. Hold up, it depends. If this is on your board, if the portal's on your board, it's not playable. What the fuck is going on out there? Okay, well, I might die, I don't fucking know. The portal's on your board. Okay, then it's significantly less playable. You basically get the same reward that you get for Quest. Can I also point out, when the fuck did they get a Murloc? Why the fuck do they have a Murloc? Yeah, the Disco Quest. Here. You get the same effect. Right? I guess this... Okay, I thought it was just you'd fill your board every single turn. But again, I feel like the effect is so good, though. Or maybe in something like Zoo, too, it could be decent. It could be decent in Zoo as well. I would not count this card out. I feel like it's going to be tested because I feel like it has potential. You don't have to play with the cards to destroy your own deck and shit like that. I just think this card generally has potential. Especially like the mill decks going around and shit like that. I feel like it has potential. Also, I'd like to point out that it's not actually quite lethal. I was going to say, again, this has the potential just being OTK with Mal'Ganis, but no, not really. It could be trash, but I think it could have potential overall. Next, Baron Scavenger. 6 mana 6/6 taunt, cost 1 while your deck has 10 or fewer cards. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's awful though. An interesting effect, but awful. Yeah. Alright, next we're on to Warrior. We're gonna basically do the last Warrior cards, and then, honestly, I feel like I can barely talk. My throat hurts so fucking much. So yeah. Warsong Envoy. 1 mana 1/3, Frenzy, gain +1 attack for each damaged character. That's not great. Again, I don't like these Frenzy cards that don't have Rush. Rush, I feel like, is so core for this mechanic. Yeah. You would not lose, by the way, with that other card to Jade. Because you get to a point where you're just punching him in the face, and you're just trading in, say, 3 things into his guy, and you're punching him for 9, right? I don't know. I feel like you'd have potential. I guess you'd be taking damage. Those way you can play cards like Archivist and whatnot. I don't know. I would just be worried. I wouldn't count that card out right away. But yeah, this card feels absolutely terrible. Bulk Up. Give a random minion in your hand +1/+1 and a copy of it. This card feels good. I can see like if you manage to hit something like a Vargoth with this, it's insane. If you hit anything else, it's kind of bad. There's very few other minions you want to copy, in my opinion. But yeah. Conditioning. Give a minion in your hand +1/+1. You have +3/+3. This card's bad, in my opinion. Yeah, this card's just terrible. Hand buff has never been insane, in my opinion. It's always been okay at best. And this card is not great either at it. Super late, you might as well just, like... I know it sounds weird to say, but I feel just like... Galakron is better. I could not think of his name for a second there. Let's see. Where is Gali? Oh, I'm in crafting, that's why I don't see him. But yeah, I feel like Galakron is just much better than something like this. And like those buffs are actually really good because you can also go with like Scion. I feel like this card's bad though. Rokara. 3 mana 2/3 rush. After friendly minion attacks and survive, give it +1/+1. This card is oh my god, that card's also bad. I said everything earlier felt good. And now I'm saying everything feels awful. I don't know why. I feel like Warlock had like one insane card and then a couple cards that just had potential. So far, there's no rogue, or there's one card here that I felt like had potential. I feel like all these other ones are just terrible. Yeah. If you guys have any other opinions, I mean, I might be absolutely wrong, but hey. Outrider Axe, 4 mana 3/3. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. Is this better than Wrench Caliper? I think the answer is no. You're really playing this in Dead Man's Hand? Why? I don't see why you want to play this in Dead Man's Hand. I feel like it's slower than Wrench Caliper, slower than Deathspite, and slower than the other 4-mana one. I think this is just the worst 4-mana weapon. Blood Razor. I might be wrong there too, but I just feel like this one is a little weak overall. More card draw can hurt, but what are you cutting? At least in my list, I don't think I put this in. I already don't play some of the good card draw like what's his face? Town Crier or Forge the Souls. I don't play things like that, so I don't see how I would try to fit that in personally. So yeah. To be fair, my Dead Man's Hand list, I'll completely admit it, it's very whack compared to most people's. Next is Rancor. 4 mana, deal 2 damage to all minions, gain 2 armor for each destroyed. I fucking like this card. Jesus Christ, that's actually a really, really nice card, I think. It has potential against something like Odd Pally, it's 4 mana to gain 14 armor, roughly. It's important to know that it's not overkill, so even something with 2 health, if you kill it, you gain all the armor. It's really, really nice. Yeah, I like this card. I'd actually might try to find a space in Dead Man's Hand for this. But I don't know, possibly. It's a maximum of 30 or 28 armor gain, which I think is good. Yeah, I think it's a good removal card. Whirling Combatant? Yeah, let's go with that. 4 mana, 2/6. Battlecry and Frenzy deal 1 damage to all other minions. Yeah, at 5 though? I don't think it's even good at 5. I think it's good at 4, but not 5. I think 5 might be slightly too slow. Because especially against things like Odd Pally, you run into the problem where at 5 he could Quartermaster beforehand. And that's basically the matchup I'm thinking about that card in. Against something like Secret Mage, it's not great. Against something like, I guess Demon Hunter is also really good. Aggro Shaman it could be really good in, because all the tokens have 2 health. Or less, so if they don't buff them, it's fairly good. But yeah, I feel that card has potential. I fuck with it. Whirling Combatant, on the other hand, if it had Taunt, I think it'd be good. But as is, just a 2 mana 2/6 that deals 2 damage to the board if it survives its first attack, or the first time it gets attacked. I don't think it's that great. No cap. Yeah. Morshan Elite, 5 mana 4/4 Taunt Battlecry. If your hero attacked this turn, summon a copy of this. So, in my opinion, the best 4-drop would be Wrench Caliper. So, you'd have to play Wrench Caliper into this guy. And I don't think that's feasible enough of the time. So I think this card is bad. It's a very powerful effect, though. Also, I feel like Chain Gang is just better most of the time. Especially, like, if you want to go with the hand buff thing. Hand buff onto Chain Gang, it's just better. I'll answer that question once I finish reviewing the warrior cards. Stormmaul Anchorman? 5 mana 4/5 Rush, Frenzy, draw a card, Pirate. This card I just think is awful. I think it's okay, I don't want to say awful. I'm thinking of this in EDH Warrior. The warrior deck I built there. And I think I'd still rather play the 4 mana 2/5 that gives you a weapon. Not only because it has Taunt, but also I think Resin the Taunt is slightly better than Resin the Soft Off, in my opinion. But I would try this card. I think I might actually try this card in that deck. Yeah. I don't think this is playable though. In Taunt Warrior, this might be good. In my Taunt Warrior list, I might play this. Possibly. I don't play weapons though. Because I don't play weapons, I don't think this is actually going to be good. And the final warrior card, Overlord Sorfang. Yeah, I think it's gonna fall flat. I think the closest thing to hand buff warrior we have is my EDH warrior list. And I think that deck is actually, like, no cap, pretty solid. But yeah, Overlord Thorfang. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. 7 mana, 5/4, Battlecry, Resurrect 2 friendly frenzy minions, deal 1 damage to each of them. I hope that there's good frenzy neutral minions because there has to be. There's 2 of them here. They're both kind of ass. If frenzy was every time they survive damage, I think this card would be best legendary in the set that I've seen so far. Because it's not right, because then you could go like this, and to draw like 2 cards here. Yeah, basically that's my opinion exactly. These warrior cards are just KsA+LeA. They're not great. Overall, the class cards in the set, some classes got significantly better cards than others. I'm thinking of Mage in particular for a new archetype, Demon Hunter for a new archetype, Paladin because of this legendary, Priest because of this legendary, Rogue because of this fucking piece of shit here, Shaman. New Murloc theme is actually pretty nice. Warlock got so far my favorite card of the set, and then Warrior and Hunter and Druid are kind of just like Keck dubs. Although this card is, if this is not my favorite card yet seen, right? If it's not her, it's this. So yeah, overall, I feel like each class got some very interesting cards. Demon Hunter got this, and got the 2 seal cards, which I think are fairly cool. Druid got this. Hunter got this. Mage got this. Again, crack addict. Paladin got this, which I think is very, very promising. Priest got this. Rogue got this, which I'm fairly certain is one of the, if not the best rogue cards in the set, if not this. Shaman got this. Yeah, don't know if that's that great, but with Toxfin it seems broken. Warlock got this, and then this class just got kicked dubs. Actually, it got Rancor. It got Rancor. I also want this golden. I feel like this would be a sick golden. This crystal is probably like floating and like glowing and shit. I fuck with that. Anyways, next stream we'll go over the neutral cards because I don't honestly think I could talk for this much. I will not look at them between now and then. So again, I'm going in blind again, and then I think I'm also going to attempt next time to do a core set review. And if I don't manage to, I'm going to do it, like, do part of it, and then the other part the next time. I hope that made sense. As for... I want to delete it. I want to delete you, not... But as for everything else, so far, I'm actually very excited for the new set. I'm hoping it's going to shake up the meta with the new core set and the new buffs. Really, really hoping for a shakeup in that meta. I'm kind of tired of the current meta and how stale it is, in my opinion. Also, I mean, I just want more Tavern Pass. I just want more gold. As you can see, I'm going to be opening like 200 packs, which I think is the most I've ever done, or close to the most I've ever done at a set release. But yeah, there's nothing in the store, right? There's nothing I have to buy in the store. There's this, but I don't care enough about that card back, I don't think. I don't know how long it's going to be in there, but I might buy it eventually. But anyways, with all that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, don't leave a like, subscribe. Rep the gang. Follow me on Twitch, because I'm going to try to make it so my next stream is on Twitch. There's gonna be 27 deck slots that I'm very hyped for. I'm tired of deleting decks. Follow me on Twitter to know whenever I go live. And yeah, I don't really know what to say besides peace. Your boy needs to go to sleep. Actually, I need to go edit and then go to sleep. So yeah, peace.